Well, I trust that you're handling all of this. Isn't it great that we're able to actually speak to one another with regularity and even be able to see each other? I remember when I was a little kid that things like FaceTime and stuff like that were actually in science fiction movies where people would do stuff like that. And I can remember thinking, well, that something like that's never going to happen. And you know, I bet if you find a dictionary that is old enough, it will probably have a spacecraft defined as an imaginary invention. Now, I'm not that old, mind you, but I bet there's some dictionaries that would have that. You might want to look something like that up if you have an old enough dictionary and see how spacecraft is defined. Well, now, if that dictionary said that a spacecraft was an imaginary invention, is that a lie? Well, actually, they just didn't know any better, did they? So if you're misinformed about something and you say this is true, this is the way that it is, and then you find out that when you get more data that it's not true, that's not really a lie. A lie is intentional. A lie is when you intentionally deceive somebody. And so the next commandment is, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. And that's something that's intentional. You can tell a lie even when you're telling all the facts right, if you put the right spin on it. Let's never forget that the Lord looks on the heart. For example, buy this product and lose up to 18 pounds. If you don't lose up to 18 pounds, you'll get your money back. What does up to 18 pounds mean? Well, that means 18 pounds is the maximum. If you lose less than 18 pounds, hey, I said up to 18 pounds. If you lose nothing, hey, that's up to 18 pounds. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to give you the impression that you'll lose 18 pounds. But it's not really what they said, is it? The intention was to deceive. As a pastor, I've had people come to me, I don't know how many times. I'm not going to give you a figure and deceive you, but several times, which means, in my mind, it means at least 10. But you know, several can mean just about anything, can't it? And I've had people come up to me and say, several people have come to me with this problem. Several people have said, several people are upset. And I'm thinking several could mean anything more than one. And I have a sneaking suspicion that on more than one occasion, somebody has said several to give me the impression there's a whole bunch of people upset about something, and it's two. And so really the intention is what a lie is really all about. I can remember one Sunday morning I told everybody that my wife made homemade chili and she ate 2 bowls and I only ate 1 bowl. And then I held up her bowl and it was a little bitty thing, and I held up my bowl and it would hold a chef's salad. So the intention is really what a lie is all about. But I want you to notice this particular commandment zeroes in on a particular type of lie. It says, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Not just don't lie about the size of fish that you caught, but don't lie about your neighbor. So once again, we're talking about love the Lord your God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. And if you're loving your neighbor and you're telling lies about him, then that's really the thing that the Lord is mainly interested in. So since it's false witness against your neighbor, it could be probably the courtroom, maybe the gate of the city. There's some kind of a complaint against your neighbor, and you make things up or you put a particular spin on things in order to harm your neighbor or in order to win in court against your neighbor. But you know, that doesn't just stop with the courtroom, it also includes the coffee shop. I would say gossip would be false witness against your neighbor. And so the Lord doesn't want you to lie. Lies are wrong. It's wrong, men, to lie about your height. It's wrong, ladies, to lie about your age. It's wrong to stretch things. You know, the the more you stretch the truth, the more flimsy it becomes. And how inaccurate does it have to be in order to be a lie if it's intentional? But in particular, the most harmful kind of lie is a lie about somebody else in order to win against them in court or in order to harm them because you don't like them, because you count them your enemy. And what did Jesus say about our enemies? Love your enemies. The Bible says in Romans 13:10, love works no ill against its neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law. And in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 15, it speaks about how the church is supposed to operate. And it says, speaking the truth in love. I love you, and that ain't a lie. God bless you. I'm done.